From the Ramada Plaza Suites Hotel in West Hollywood, Mike Ryan talks with the founder of BNI, Dr. Ivan Misner, hairdresser to the stars, Marco Pelusi, and one of the world's great guitarists, Waddy Wachtel. This is Who's Who Speaks with Mike Ryan.
He's called the father of networking, talking about Dr. Ivan Misner. Ivan, great to meet you.
Thanks, it's great to meet you. We've spoken before.
We have indeed, we have. Should I say doctor, or are you happy with Ivan?
Ivan's great.
Networking, because you are the founder and chairman of BNI.
Yes.
And networking, people get that feeling that people with business cards behind pillars of poles or something, quick as a card is a card. It's nothing like that, is it? Good networking.
No, not good networking. And networking is more about farming than it is about hunting. It's about cultivating relationships with other business professionals. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but a way to build a solid foundation for a long-term business. So it's really all about relationships. And if people go around just passing out cards, they're not networking right.
But what actually is good networking? How do you, I mean, if you were at an event, for example, how would you say, portray your business and yourself and initiate that relationship?
You know, I think networking is, first you have to understand the mindset and skill set necessary. You want to be effective at networking, you have to have the right mindset. And the right mindset is understanding what I call the VCP process of networking: visibility, credibility, profitability. So you have to walk into that environment that you just described, understanding that first you have to be visible. People have to know who you are and what you do. But then you have to establish credibility. People have to know who you are, what you do, and they have to know you're good at it before they start doing business with you. Then you have to, and this is chronological, so you go from visibility to credibility and then credibility to profitability, where people know who you are, what you do, they know you're good at it, and they're willing to pass referrals to you on a reciprocal basis. Once you understand that that's the process of networking, then you go into that environment that you just described with a whole different mindset, because all too often people will meet at a networking meeting and they'll go, "Hi, my name's Ivan. You know, we should do business." And they jump. That's exactly right.
Throw holy water.
That's right. That's right. They jump, not even from visibility, because if you'd have seen them, if you saw them, you know, another 2-3 weeks in that time, you wouldn't remember who they are. So they're really at a fourth stage, invisibility. You don't know who they are. And they jump over visibility, over credibility, and they try to do business. And that's not what good networking is about. Networking is about building relationships, and it starts by understanding the VCP process.
And it's a very important part of doing business, whether you're a large company or a contractor or you have a part-time business, even social networking. Networking is such an important part of the way we live today.
It is. Anyone that wants to build their business, whether you're the owner of a business or the salesperson for a business, you need to know how to network, and you need to know how to develop relationships with people, to build your social capital, to get them to refer you for business.
How did you actually get started into networking? And tell us about BNI.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'd like to tell you that I had this vision of an international organization, but the truth is I was looking for referrals for my consulting practice. I was a management consultant, and I put together some people I trusted, they trusted me, and we started referring business to each other. So I formed this group called BNI, and the idea was it would just be just one group and we would help each other out. And it snowballed because someone came to me and said, "This is great, I could get a ton of business out of this. Would you help me open up a second one?" I said, "Well, sure, I can do 2 of these, plus my consulting business." And we opened up a second one. And 25 people came. 2 couldn't join because of a conflict. Because in BNI, we only take 1 person per profession. So there's one lawyer, 1 banker, 1 chiropractor. And so she said, "Would you help me open up a second one?" 25 people came. 2 couldn't join because of a conflict at that second group. And both of them said, "This is a great idea. I could get a ton of business out of this. Would you help me open up a 3rd and 4th one?" We ended up opening 20 groups the first year by accident.
By accident?
By accident, because I really, now at that point I got it, that I had struck a chord that I didn't expect. We now have almost 5,400 groups in more than 40 countries around the world. Last year we passed 5.6 million referrals and generated $2.6 billion worth of business for our members all around the world. Now, just so you know, 2.6 billion, that's the same as the gross domestic product for the country of Liechtenstein.
Wow.
Okay, it's a small country, I know.
It's a little country.
But still, how cool
But
is
it
that?
sounds great.
Yeah.
But is it the same philosophy for each
Yeah.
throughout the world?
Yeah, our philosophy is giver's gain. If you want to get business, you have to be willing to give business to other people. It's about building a relationship and being willing to help them. I just got an email this morning before I came to this meeting about somebody that went to a meeting and he sat there and he watched and he said, you know what? It's like taking a bib off and putting an apron on. Instead of just feeding from others, you help others. And by helping others, you build your business. And I just thought, wow, that's a great metaphor for how networking should be. It's not just about taking from people, but it's about helping people.
This is Who's Who Speaks from West Hollywood, or as the locals call it, WeHo. Coming up next, more from Dr. Ivan Misner.